Hey YouTube, I wanted to show you guys yet another DIY leaf bagger setup. What I got here is a Craftsman YTS3000. I bought this attachment specifically made for this Craftsman lawn mower at the very bottom here. It attaches like so, nothing additional added. I then went to Home Depot and I bought 3 pieces in their ducting section. So this piece here, and I'll provide all the part numbers and prices and whatnot. So this piece is a separate piece. It just attaches over top of this 6.5 inch tube here. This is a 7 inch, and there's about a 1/4 inch little bump on each side. So this fits perfectly. We then have a straight section here, which is going to be another 7 inches. We have our trusty tie down here. And then we've got our third section, which is the exact same as the first section. So basically this is going to come out and it's going to push it here to the back. Now we also have a leaf bagger as well, or the actual bag itself. No way affiliated with lawnmower leaf bag at all, but they were the first one that I found when I was searching, and it seems to be a pretty good product. What you'll also see is that there's a tarp down at the very bottom. This is just going to provide a little less friction when the bag starts to get full. Makes it easier for the bag and everything to slide. I highly recommend doing that. I bought that tarp from Harbor Freight. Same thing with these guys from Harbor Freight, ran me like $7 or so. So now that you've seen it, let's take her for a rip. Alright, so here's our first test. We got the bag all installed, and I'll show you that here. What I did is I wrapped the bag around that tubing that shoots downward, and then wrapped the bag's ties on the strap down here to help with, once this bag starts getting really full, it'll help hold it on there. So this is our first setup. Let's see what you got. Let's turn up the horsepower a little bit. That the blade, you'll start to see the bag will start to puff up there, start throwing everything in the back. So I'm going to go real slow through this patch. I'm actually in neutral. There we go. There's a big clump of leaves here, so let's see what she's got. Everything's looking good. First pass, looks good. Alright, so that was the first pass. You can see that's a clean line right there. Took up everything, including this big pile of leaves here. Let's go see what the bag looks like. Alright, that would have taken me a fantastic amount of time. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this yard done, and I'll let you know what I think of it at the end. Alright, we got just about our first bag full here. To show you guys about my findings here. I was finding that this Craftsman, it basically starts to act as a pusher here with all the leaves caught underneath. Outside of that, it seems to be doing a job. You can see I kind of jerry-rigged because this thing kept on popping off. Jerry-rigged a little plaster spatula thing, and it seems to be holding up just fine. So it's one of those things that if it works, it ain't stupid, right? So I'm going to go ahead and dump these leaves here. What I'll do for that is basically just to disconnect these bungee cords and then drag this bag out into the forest where I want to dump it. Like so. Then untie these. I'm not going to do that with one hand. Basically, I'll go ahead and dump it into this forest here. Talk to you later. Alright guys, just finished up. It took me a total of probably 2 hours to do both my front and back lawn. It probably would have taken at least a full day for 2 people. otherwise. So final thoughts about this the setup here. What you could probably tell is that I had to adjust my bungee cords from the back section here. I just tied them onto the sides. This allowed this to stay a little bit wider. Basically held this bag in full of leaves. Otherwise it just wasn't staying underneath the leaf bag. So your bungee cord placement is pretty important. I'd also say if you're not interested in putting this into a trash can at any point, you could probably get rid of this section here and just make sure that it ties down to this pipe here. I noticed that if you point the outlet straight back, it actually does a better job of filling up the bag and not creating like a congestion point. So pointing this thing down was actually, it caused issues. So pointed straight backwards. I will say that my little spatula contraption did hold on pretty well. Held like a champ. Let's see, anything else I'd say? So in order for the leaves, what I was doing is I was going over the leaves in the highest setting. I'd highly recommend that. What I would also say is to go over your big sections as slow as possible and have it in high a burn as possible. So basically what that does is it alleviates some of the pushing, some of the leaf plowing that you got there. All in all, I highly recommend this setup. Cost me a couple $100, I think, all in. I'll add the product descriptions, product parts, and prices into the description. And that's it. That's enough for me. Good luck, guys.